Game week 2 of the World Cup has just ended. We've had some crazy results, and the favorites from game week 1 have finally woken up. It took them one extra game, but they have finally done it. So maybe, just maybe, this game week I will not have any more, how do I say, any more rage towards these countries. For example, on game week 1, I had it with Brazil, I had it with Spain, I had it with Portugal, and there was someone else who I don't remember whatsoever. But yeah, let's go game week 2. Okay, let's start with Group A. Now, in Group A, I had a prediction where I said the upset of the group would be South Africa drawing against Czechia because Czechia have a much better team. And oh boy, did I start right. It all looked like Czechia were gonna grab all 3 points until the 83rd minute, where Mokoena drew the game. He scored the penalty and it ended 1-all, and this now makes the group very interesting because this is still a battle. Now, I believe that the third game has South Korea against Czechia. That will be the battle for the second spot. And realistically, third spot, because, ooh, South Africa will play Mexico. And Mexico are first in the group, like they've reserved for reserve. No, they're guaranteed first place because they beat South Korea. So that means that South Africa can win the third game. I'm pretty sure they play against Mexico. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, of course, the opening game was against Mexico. I'm so stupid. So Czechia play against Mexico. This is probably a win for Czechia because Mexico will play the reserves. Anyway, let's get back to the game. It was a 1-all draw. Fair result, yeah, I would say so. South Africa had more of the possession, which was a bit surprising. I genuinely thought Czechia would be better. They were a bit disappointing in this game. I, although I would say it was a pretty balanced game, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like both sides deserved the point. There were some players, in my opinion, who were poor. Soika, I think, was poor. Tserv, I don't know how to say his name, was poor. But yeah, I don't know. 1 point, I think Czechia would have wanted three. But I think they win on game week 3. I think they beat Mexico because, as I said, Mexico will rotate. They will not take any risks. They're guaranteed first place. So now South Africa, Korea, that will be a very tough one. This could change completely, although I did have Mexico being first. I think South Korea still get second place, and I think Czechia and South Africa. I think Czechia get third place. I think Korea, South Africa could end as a draw, and Czechia beat Mexico. Anyway, we had the Mexico game. Luis Romo scored 1-0 victory for Mexico. Very much deserved. I think Mexico are potentially the dark horses of this tournament. I think they have been absolutely incredible. And if we look at this, the draw, where would Mexico be? Mexico. Yep, right here. So they're gonna face a third place team from Group C, E, F, H, or I. That's gonna be interesting. That's the round of 32. Yeah, Mexico. I see Mexico making it here easily. Round of 16, potentially even quarters. I could see Mexico go through. Hmm. Interesting. Group L. You know what? Mexico, England would be crazy. But yeah, as for Group A, I don't have much to say. I think this was, I wanna say a surprise result, but again, I predicted it right. And I also predicted Mexico defeating South Korea. So far, everything has gone how I expected in this group. I still think South Korea gets second place. I think Czechia grab third position. And unfortunately for South Africa, this is where their road ends. They're probably going to draw against South Korea and end on 2 points, which will obviously not be enough as it would put them on fourth place. However, it's not over yet. Everything can change in this group. Everything. These three teams, all three can qualify. South Korea can beat, I mean, South Africa can beat South Korea. I think Czechia beating Mexico is a guaranteed. I think it's a given. Like if Mexico weren't rotating and they still needed to win the game, I don't think Czechia have a chance. But the fact that they've already qualified, and not only have they have qualified as the first place team in Group A. I think Czechia win that game. So that puts Czechia on 4 points, and I think South Korea, South Africa will end in a draw, which means that Korea gets second place, and Czechia also go through because 4 points is basically guaranteed to go through, and they will probably have. Hmm, would they? I don't know what the score will be. Let's say they have a +1 goal difference. So just in case we have a lot of teams on 4 points, I think Czechia have a really good chance. Yeah. Yeah, no other way of looking at it. I think South Korea gets second and Czechia get third place. And once again, South Africa unlucky in the first game with the red cards, but then again it was against Mexico, so even without the red cards, I think they would have lost. But yeah, I think Group A has settled, in my opinion. This is exactly how it will end. These positions, obviously not the points. So yeah, Mexico, South Korea, and Czechia, all three go through. Next up, we have Group B. Now this was crazy because I predicted Qatar to be the upset of the group, and I even said Bosnia could upset Switzerland. Now, until the 74th minute, Bosnia were great. Were they better than Switzerland? Maybe, maybe not, probably not. But they were still great. They were not outplayed or anything. Bosnia were doing their job. They conceded, still didn't look bad, and then this happened. Muharemovic, is it Tahir? I don't know. I don't. Is it Tarik? Tarik Muharemovic. Well, that kind of killed the game. Because honestly, Bosnia were good. They destroyed the game, and then it was free fall. They still managed to score with a red card. Mahmic. Is this the 22-year-old or 21? I don't remember. 21, yes. I always get him on career mode as a free agent when I'm doing lower teams because he's like 68 rated or something like that. Yeah, fun fact. So yeah, I'm very happy to see him score. Granit Xhaka kills it off. Could have let Manzambi get the hat trick, but he'd rather the 3 points, I guess. Yeah, as I said, Switzerland would top the group. I didn't predict this as how do I put it, as an upset, but I still thought that Bosnia would really, really give a tough game to Switzerland, and I was right until the red card, and then everything unfortunately changed for Bosnia. Now, on game week 3, things are looking tough. They do play Qatar, which I do think they will win because, okay, before moving on to the next game, congratulations to Switzerland. They have qualified because I don't think Qatar will beat Bosnia because of what we are about to see. So yeah, I think Switzerland will get first place. They play Canada. I think they are a better side than Canada. I think they will defeat Canada and grab the first place. Now, moving on to the next game, and I predicted Qatar to upset Canada. I just this was chaos. What are they doing? I was really happy they got a point in their first game. Like really happy. They managed a draw against Switzerland, the best team in this group. And then they go on to do this. I don't know. I mean, Canada were incredible. Don't get me wrong. Jonathan David with a hat trick. It's just. And in the end, it was just pure chaos. So yeah, I don't think Qatar. This is how it will end. Yeah, they're fourth, and Bosnia get third. They'll probably win like 3-0 or something. I mean, 2 red cards. Their midfielder and left back. Yeah, I don't see Qatar putting up a battle with against Bosnia, and I think Switzerland will defeat Canada. So realistically, this will be group two, right? Group B with Switzerland being first place, Canada second, and I think Bosnia will go through with 4 points. So far we have Czechia and Bosnia going through on third places. That is my prediction. And now we move on to Group C. Normality was restored. Now, here I said the potential upset would be Scotland defeating Morocco, but I also said that I think Morocco are a much better team than Scotland, so I think they would grab the 3 points. But if I had to pick an upset, I thought that Scotland doing it against Morocco was way closer than Haiti doing it against Brazil, and oh boy was I right. Because Haiti against Brazil, Mateus Cunha, Vinicius Junior, yet again, what a player. Rafinha got injured on this game, which is really good for Brazil, because that means that Carlo Ancelotti does not have to start Rafinha anymore. He was dreadful in both games. He got injured. I think this is good for Brazil because I think now Brazil can probably play, I don't know, Endrick on the wing. Who else do they have? They have Luis Enrique, but I think Endrick is. I mean, it's not just me thinking it. Endrick is better than Luis Enrique. He's also better than Gabriel Martinelli. I wouldn't be surprised if Martinelli plays here next game, but if I was Carlo Ancelotti, I would put Endrick on the right because I'm pretty sure Endrick is left-footed. It won't say here, will it? But I'm pretty sure he is left-footed, which would be great. I can't check the stats. I forgot about that. The match went as expected. It could have even been more than 3-0. I don't really have anything else to add. Oh yeah, I forgot Ryan as well. Ryan could actually start. Although I do hope Hendrik starts. He deserves to start. But yeah, uh, I expected Haiti to get 0 points in this group. I think they will get 0 points in this group. Brazil winning finally, as they should have. Nothing more to add on that game. Vinicius Junior amazing. Rafinha getting injured might be a blessing for Brazil because that means he just won't start. Morocco defeating Scotland as expected. Brahim Diaz with yet another assist, having a great World Cup so far. The AFCON winners, controversy on that one, but hey, you know what? This is the World Cup. I won't get into that. Yeah, this is exactly how the group will end. Next game is Brazil Scotland. So unfortunately, Brazil will not rotate their squad because they do need the 3 points. And Morocco Haiti. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll predict the upsets at the end. Uh, I think Brazil defeat Scotland, Morocco defeat Haiti, and yeah, Brazil top the group. Morocco second, same points, better goal difference. I would say like there'll be a better goal difference by like 1 goal because I think Morocco will score more against Haiti than what Brazil will do to Scotland, which is fair enough. As for this game, it was a deserved victory. Uh, yeah, Morocco have more quality than Scotland. You can't really say Scotland have more quality. You can't say Scotland are a better team. Sure, that they did have a great qualification campaign, but Morocco are just a bit above them. Scotland have a fair chance of going through as the third place. I mean, they could even pull off a draw against Brazil. Who knows? It's not impossible. I would really like to see them in the round of 32. It's not the round of 16 anymore. In the round of 32, but hey, I think with 3 points, they have a solid chance to go through. Now, moving on to Group D. I said, yeah, at the beginning when I was saying I'm not gonna go off on teams because they woken up, like the favorites woke up, I forgot about this result, and this pisses me off so much. This pisses me off so freaking much. I just. What are you doing? Why? Aktürkoğlu, Güler, Yıldız, Akgün, Çalhanoğlu, Demiral, Kadioglu. Oh my god, they have such a good team. Gökçü, Yılmaz, Uzun, Elmali. Like, I genuinely don't understand how these guys cannot score a single goal. 15 shots. Paraguay had a red card. I'm just. I had them as my dark horse of the tournament. Genuinely. And this is just a disgrace. Genuine disgrace. For Turkey to be in this group is like a blessing. Genuinely. You have Australia, USA, and Paraguay. You lose 2-0 to Australia, and you proceed to lose to Paraguay, who got a red card in the first half. I. If I speak more, my whole channel will be taken down. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed in Turkey. So disappointed in everyone that plays in this team. 15 shots. You have Akgün, Güler, Yıldız, Aktürkoğlu. No one can score. Even Hakan Çalhanoğlu has good shots. No. I don't want to speak anymore. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Next up, USA against Australia. I predicted this to be my upset, as I said Australia would defeat USA, but boy oh boy was I wrong. Burgess on goal, Freeman making it two, doubling the lead. USA have won the group. Congratulations to them. This is it, really. They play Turkey in the third game. They will rotate the squad. Turkey can grab their. No, they won't. You know what? Even with a rotated squad, USA will win. Screw you. Useless. Useless. Anyway, USA topping the group. They are through. So far, the host nations all through. They've been amazing at this World Cup. Very happy to see them. USA and Mexico topping their group. I think Canada will finish second because I believe Switzerland is better than them, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, potentially all three of the host nations could be grabbing first place in their representative groups. Okay, this was a good game. USA were the better side, like obviously the better side. I mean, Australia, I think, will go through, to be honest. I don't think Paraguay can defeat them. So, yeah, I believe USA and Australia are through. I don't think Paraguay go through because I believe Australia will defeat them, and that would mean they will have like a -4 goal difference or something like that. So, yeah, I don't think the third place team advances from this group, but you never know. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Next group. Group E. Now, I had Ecuador, Curacao, Germany, and Ivory Coast. I don't know who I predicted here. I think I predicted Ivory Coast to get a draw against Germany, or did I predict Curacao to get a draw? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think I might have predicted Ivory Coast to draw against Germany, which, to be honest, it looked like they were going to win. Franck Kessié scoring in the first half, and it took Germany 68 minutes to get on the score sheet. Dennis Undav rescuing Germany. I mean, uh, the game was a bit disappointing from Germany. I think Dennis Undav should start. I think they made a mistake not starting Rudiger. I mean, come on, he came on the 60th minute. I think he should start ahead of Kai Havertz. Like, don't get me wrong, Kai Havertz is good. I just think he would be better here. And then you have Leroy Sané, Florian Wirtz. Hmm. You know, Germany have a good squad, but not as good as everyone thinks. Like, if we look at it on paper, this is a really good squad. But if you were to say, oh, the World Cup favorites, name me 3 World Cup favorites, I'm not putting Germany there. I'm not. I'm really, really not. Top 5? Maybe. 5th. If I would say top 5, I'd put Germany 5th. Which still is good, but France is better, Spain is better. You know, I'd put Germany in that weird Brazil bracket, like they are so much better than everybody else on paper, but they don't play that way. In the first game, they were great. They won 7-1. Again, it was against Curacao. So they faced a tougher opponent and immediately they struggled. Now, okay, I say they struggled. They weren't that bad, but this should have been way easier for Germany than they made it look. Again, I I'm not disappointed by the result. I'm disappointed by how long it took them to be in the lead and how they won this match. They won the group. Who do they face? Mm, let me check. Draw. They face third place, so it could be South Korea. It could be no, not no South Korea. I think Czechia will finish third. So Czechia, Bosnia, yeah, Czechia, Bosnia. I it's not gonna be Turkey. I don't think it's gonna be Paraguay, and I don't remember who Group F is. I don't remember who's in that group. But yeah, they got the job done. That's what matters. Germany are through. Ivory Coast second place. Ecuador third. Curacao fourth. This is exactly how I predicted this group to end. This is exactly how it will end. Unfortunately, the third place will not be, well, playoff qualifier. The possible qualification for the round of 32 will not come from this group, as Ecuador played Germany, and Ecuador have just been too poor. They were, I don't know, this doesn't fill me with hope. And they don't have a bad team, you know. Like they have Ener Valencia, Estupiñán, Caicedo, Hincapié. He's been disappointing at the World Cup, I must say. They have Pacho. I don't know. I mean, good job Ecuador. Isn't this no? Good job Curacao. Isn't this the game? No, no. But still, 75% possession, shots and shots and shots, and just disappointing. I don't think third place come from this group. I don't think they're good enough to beat Germany. Even if they draw, it would mean 2 points. So yeah, Germany and Ivory Coast. I'm gonna keep this here. Germany and Ivory Coast. So far from these two groups, I don't think there will be third place advances. Now this group, exactly as I expected. I said that the most possible, what's the word, upset in this group would be Sweden drawing or winning against Netherlands, because I didn't think Tunisia were even close to Japan, and I was right. Boy, I was right. But this one, okay, first of all, Tunisia, as I expected, I can't say I'm disappointed in them or anything like that. I think they were unlucky to be in this group. I think they were up against everyone that is simply just almost twice as good as them, if not more. I definitely think Japan are at the bare minimum twice better than Tunisia. I was proven right. Daichi Kamada, Ueda, Ito, and Ueda again. This was a great performance by Ueda. 2 goals, 1 assist. Japan are second. I think they will finish second. Yeah, I think everyone from this group advances. Netherlands beat Tunisia. Japan and Sweden will probably end in a draw. And Sweden qualify from the third place. Again, it's just these two. I don't know. It's ah, you know what? Congratulations to Netherlands. I don't want to have another rant. I'm still angry at Turkey. So yeah, Netherlands amazing, absolutely amazing. Very much deserved winners of this game. Uh, Gakpo, Robbie, even Marlin was good despite not scoring or anything. He was really, really good. Daniel Malin, Denzel Dumfries got 2 assists. Somerville came on and assisted and scored. So yeah, and it's great to see Memphis Depay still doing it at this age. Very happy with Netherlands. If we look at this, this is Group F, so 1F and 2C. So would that be Morocco? I think. C, yes. Interesting. Netherlands, Morocco. That's gonna be a big battle. Looking forward to that. Okay, next group. Spain. Oops. Spain finally woke up. Uruguay. Cape Verde's heroic continue, by the way, but really, this was disappointing for Uruguay. Just because their next game is against Spain, and Cape Verde plays Saudi Arabia. You know, if Uruguay lose, they're out of the World Cup. If Uruguay lose, they are out of the World Cup. It doesn't matter how this game ends. If they lose against Spain, they are out. Because if it is a draw, Cape Verde get 3 points, second place. If Cape Verde lose, Saudi Arabia 4 points, Uruguay third place. If Cape Verde win, obviously above Uruguay. So yeah, I mm, I don't want them to be out. I really don't. I think next game he's starting Darwin Nunez and De La Cruz and Valverde, obviously. I think next game he has to go all out against Spain. He needs a bare minimum a draw against Spain. Marcelo Bielsa. Again, congrats to Cabe Verde. I think they were brilliant. Unlucky not to have won the game, which would have been probably the biggest upset this World Cup. Yeah, their story still continues. They could beat Saudi Arabia and advance. Expected. They woke up. The Giants woke up. You're still. Mm. See, I was right. He didn't start. Just saying. I said two things. If you've watched my first video, I said in the second game, if Spain want to win, they have to drop Ferran Torres and Gavi. What did Spain do? Dropped Ferran Torres and Gavi. Just saying. Useless. Absolutely useless. I would rather go with 25 players instead of picking you. And this guy should be a starter ahead of Baena. Any highlights from this game? I think everyone was good, really, apart from Ferran Torres. I don't want to talk about that. Oyarzabal finally showing up. Cucurella was really good. Porro was really good. I think both fullbacks were really good in this game for Spain. I really enjoyed watching them. Man of the match for me in this game was Oyarzabal. 2 goals, 1 assist. Yeah, expected. Spain will finish. Ooh, I don't know, because they really need it. Do you know what's crazy? That if Uruguay wins and Cape Verde wins, Spain finish third. Now that would be crazy. Third H. Uh, third H. 2H. If this ends in a draw, or if Arabia beat Cape Verde and Uruguay beat Spain, we get Argentina against Spain in the round of 32. I really want to see that. I think I know what was gonna be my upset for this group because I really want to see this match. Spain Argentina, yes, that's something I'm looking forward to. This was disappointing. I would have gone off on Uruguay, but I do like the story of Cape Verde right now, so I'll allow it. After Vozinha's first game against Spain, I'll allow it. And yeah, I hope this happens. Oh, that would be such a good game. Okay, next group. We have Group G. I just. I'm surprised Iran didn't win this game, to be fully honest. He's a center back. It's just this front four is so disappointing. Like they can't do anything. 7. I don't know. Belgium are just straight up crap. Third. Next game is against New Zealand. Yeah. I want to say they will beat New Zealand. I really do, but they drew against Iran, they drew against Egypt. I think Iran are better than Egypt. I think Iran defeat Egypt, Belgium defeat New Zealand, and that means Egypt go third place. Because of the goal difference, I think it will be in the favor of Belgium. So that puts Iran first, Belgium second, and Egypt third. I think my upset was actually this was my upset game. Technically, I was right because it is considered an upset. But yeah, just Belgium are playing like. Mm, I'm not happy with their performance at all. At all. Okay, let's move on to this game. Trezeguet, Salah, Zico. Uh, Great comeback by Egypt. They've guaranteed their spot in the World Cup. I think they, at the bare minimum, they get third. I mean, obviously, at the bare minimum, they get third. But what I mean is, they advance even in third place. I strongly believe that. I believe Iran will beat Egypt. I believe Belgium will beat New Zealand. So that definitely puts Belgium um, second and Iran first. So yeah, I think all three of these advance. Unfortunately for the New Zealanders, not quite the performance that Australia is showing, their neighbors. This is where the road ends for them. 1 point, but you never know. Belgium is next. Wouldn't put it off for them to get an upset. I think the way they have played, they have shown to be the best team in the group, which is crazy because they are second with 2 points. But if everything that's happening to them wouldn't have happened, I strongly believe they would have had 6 points. So yeah, disappointing. Can't really be disappointed in them because of what's happening, as I said. Really good. Really good by Egypt. I They at the bare minimum round of 32. Whether it's first, I don't think it will be first place, but whether it's second or third, doesn't matter. They go to the round of 32. Much deserved. Next group, it's the group which in the last game will have the big game and neither team can rotate. So that's beautiful. So we have France and Norway. Uh, do I even have to talk about this game? Mbappe, Dembele. I think this is Dembele's first World Cup goal. I don't think he's ever scored in the World Cup. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's ever scored in the World Cup. I really want to say I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Anyway, Kylian Mbappe, 4 goals this World Cup. Michael Olise, just incredible. France are, I want to say the favorites. I'd say the favorites alongside Spain. How about that? I think they will finish first, and this is Group I. Oh, what about their second place? Who? Huh. See, this is interesting because if I'm in this group, I would rather finish second. No offense, but Group E. You finish second, you get to play Ivory Coast. I I would bank on both Norway and France defeating Ivory Coast. And they one C and 2F, so Brazil. Would I rather face Brazil or Germany? That's the point. I don't know. I don't know. Brazil or Germany? Hmm. Tough. Really tough. I think they're very similar. Like they should be the favorites, but they're not because they're not as good as the others. As I said, like if I were to say, oh, favorites, I'd put Germany fifth. But same with Brazil, I would also put Brazil fifth. So I guess it's kind of similar. It does, I think it doesn't matter whether it's France here or Norway. I think they both win this game, whoever it is, and this game. So realistically, it doesn't matter. I guess Brazil, Germany, yeah. Norway, very good. Also, Ismail Assar, very good. Pedersen, Haaland, finally waking up, carrying his country as he should. The main man. This will be a sick game. Again, I thought the third place would come from this group, but I don't know anymore because. But to be honest, Senegal can score quite a few against Iraq. Nothing that I have to say about this game. Like as expected, if anything, I thought France would win like by 5 or 6. So yeah, just favorites won here. A closer game, but a closer game. If you look at the result on the field, no, not at all. Deserved. Congratulations to Norway for making it through the round of 32. I think at the bare minimum they reached round of 16. I see them favorites in their matchups in the round 32. Genuinely, I think they just are good enough. The furthest I would put Norway is probably, well, I want to say quarterfinals, but First, I'd like to look at the draw and how it will all go. But yeah, I think at the bare minimum they reach round of 16. France, I would say the final or the worst place scenario semifinals. So yeah, next game France Norway. I don't know how that will end, to be honest. I want to say France will win. I just hope we have a lot of goals. France will probably win that game. But yeah, both teams deserved victories. Congratulations, making it through to the knockouts, playoffs, however you want to call it. Next group. They are through. Congratulations to them. Deserved? No, I wouldn't say so. The calls seem to be going in their favor. VAR seems to be turning a blind eye when it comes to Argentina. Nothing gets called against them. Even this, if you think, oh, but look, a penalty. No, no, this was given as a penalty. It was missed. VAR turned it into a penalty, which was fair enough. Deserved penalty. But, in my opinion, it was a deserved penalty. There could be different opinions. But the calls in this game, just like the first game against Algeria, where Messi should have been sent off 1,000,000%, that's a red card tackle. Not checked by VAR. Here, was it Lautaro Martinez? I think it was Lautaro Martinez. I think, I'm not sure, but someone had a really bad tackle. This first goal shouldn't have happened because there should have been a foul here. Hey, as I said, a lot of controversy. They seem to be favored. I don't know why. I have a fair guess, but I don't know why. Still, I have a very fair guess. I don't know why. Anyway, congrats. Top the group, guaranteed. Austria, Algeria will battle it for second and third place. We will see what happens. This game, Jordan take the lead, and then it took Algeria quite a while, but Bembouali and Guiri, they go back and bring Algeria the victory. Realistically, this is how the group will end, I think. I think both Austria and Algeria will be happy with the draw. They will probably share the points. Argentina, they could lose the third game because they will rotate the whole squad, so it could be a three-pointer for Jordan. Not that it matters because they are guaranteed to finish last. But yeah, unfortunately, this is where it ends for Jordan. This is the end of the road. They are eliminated from the 2026 World Cup. I think Austria gets second, Algeria get third. I think they both advance with 4 points each. And yeah, this is Group J. So, oh, Austria would be against. Oh, this is a tough one to call. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. We have Group L. Your Ballon d'Or favorite. Absolutely ghosted. Ghost. The ghost of North London returns in the England squad. Because you know what? I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, but he's allowed to have a bad game. No, 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 no. If someone has a bad game, I'm gonna go in on them. And this guy ghosted. Because a lot of players get absolutely destroyed when they have bad games, and some players get protected when they have bad games. And I'm not gonna choose to protect anyone. This guy ghosted. Last week I went in on Bruno Fernandes, even though he's a great player. This week he was much better, so obviously I have no reason to go in on him. But this guy, invisible. 0-0. Third game is against Panama. I still think they finished first. They should have ended it in this game. It should have been the victory for England. But hey, Ghana, very good from them. Uh, Deserved draw from Ghana. They were really good. Jude Bellingham won man of the match, and even he himself said that it probably should have gone to a player from Ghana, which I agree. But yeah, 0-0. The lineup, why? Sure, Hurricanes should still start. He ghosted this game, yes, but he should still start. They have no one better. But here, just stop it. Stop with this. Stop it. Start Rashford. And then on the right, I don't know. Maybe Rogers. I'd start Rogers. I, I mean, you have Saka, but I'd start Rogers. I think he's better than Saka. Bukayo Saka is not world class. Not even close to being world class. I think Rogers, Bellingham, Rashford, and Kane should be the front four for England. The rest I'm fine with. No, I see no problems in the other seven. But yeah, unfortunate result. Not unlucky. They were just bad. Uh, they should have won this game. It is what it is. Moving on to the next one. Croatia deserved victory. Only 1-0. Only 1-0. But their next game is against Ghana. I think they are better than Ghana, so they will finish second. Ghana will be third. Still going through to the next round. No worries there. And unfortunately, Panama will land on 0 points. Last time in 2022 World Cup, I believe they lost 6-2 to England because they were in the same group. I know that for a fact. And I'm pretty sure they lost like 6-2 or something like that. But yeah, England are heavy favorites. They were the heavy favorites in this group, to be honest. But still, against Panama, they will probably destroy Panama. They don't get the luxury of resting their players because they couldn't get the job done against Ghana. I think Croatia, Ghana, and England all go through. So yeah, congratulations to Croatia. Overall, could they have played better? Absolutely. Modric still balling at how old is he? 68 years old, 67, 67. Yeah, 80 minutes for the youngster, the future of Croatia. Overall, very good. And last but not least, the Giants really woke up alongside Spain. This was beautiful. Just all of this, all three goals, just beautiful. You know, Carlo Ancelotti said that there's one thing more dangerous than Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's Ronaldo who hasn't scored in the previous game. And boy, oh boy, was he right. Because Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was incredible. Man of the match performance. He did get the man of the match. Just incredible. He could have had a hat trick. Like around the 80th or 70th minute, he had a really good shot, but the Uzbekistan goalkeeper saved it. That could have been the hat trick. What a performance! Nuno Mensch, great performance by him. This free kick was beautiful. For those who haven't seen it, I recommend you go see it. because everyone thinks that Ronaldo will shoot. He fakes everyone, and Nuno Mendes takes the shot and scores. 3-0 in the first half. By the way, this was a beautiful goal. But it got cancelled, and rightfully so, because it was a foul, and the VAR called it back. Rightfully, no mistakes here. But oh my god, what a hit, Ganev! What a hit, son! That was so good. But yeah, unlucky for him, it ended up as a foul. As I said, rightfully so. It was 1,000,000% a foul on Joao Cancelo. And yeah, Portugal finally woken up. Next game against Colombia. Ooh, tough one. Tough, 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 tough. They could finish second. They could very well finish second. Colombia could play to a draw, even a win. Either way, that means Portugal finished second, but tough game. Only 1-0 for Colombia. Munoz scored. Great goal. But they got the job done. That is what they needed. First in the group, 2 games, 2 wins. But the big game of this group still hasn't happened. Portugal are the big favorites, so I would expect them to win it. However, with that being said, if Portugal finish first, that means in the quarterfinals, I think Portugal are good enough to beat this, and whoever wins from this. And that means in the quarterfinals, we get Argentina, Portugal. If Spain don't finish second. Big if. But either way, Spain, Portugal, Argentina, Portugal. Oh boy. That's gonna be great. I'm so hyped for this part of the bracket. On the other hand, if Portugal finish second, huh. So Spain or Uruguay, same with down there, Spain or Uruguay, and 2L. 2L. LLL. England, Croatia. One, no, is it 1F? No, it's 1H. France. No, the fuck, I'm looking at, oh my god. G, yeah, why is, so I'm thinking about Portugal. Then we have G, Group G. So Portugal's best possible way is here. But then I don't know. Because here it's probably France, Portugal. So let's say, I think, yeah, this could put Portugal to the semifinal, and it could put Argentina to the semifinal down here, and then we could have Portugal, Argentina in the final, which is what every football fan wants. But hey, you never know. Let's go to, yeah, let's go to the fixtures. Okay, these are the last fixtures before we get to the knockouts, which start on the 28th of June. Okay, the first game is gonna be at 9 o'clock my time, so like probably 3 p.m. US. Group 2A, 2B. That's gonna be the first game. Very well, let's go. Bosnia against Qatar. I think Bosnia win. I can't predict an upset here. I think Bosnia win. I think if I'm gonna do an upset, I'm gonna say Canada draw against Switzerland. I still can't see them winning. The To be honest, a draw wouldn't make it wouldn't change anything, would it? No. Oh, actually, it would. It wouldn't allow Switzerland to go first, which I think will happen. So I'm gonna put it down as a draw, and Canada would be your winners of the group. That's gonna be my upset. Okay, Morocco, Haiti. I can't say I can't say Haiti will be the upset here. I can't see it being Haiti. So I'm gonna go Scotland drawing against Brazil, which would mean Brazil finish second and Morocco get first place. Fair enough. Czechia, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. Realistically, the upset here is Czechia defeating Mexico, but again, Mexico will rotate, so I'm gonna put as the upset again, South Africa drawing against South Korea, but that doesn't change anything because I think Czechia wins the game. But just in case they don't, I must say I'm gonna predict both: Czechia win, South Africa draw. Uh, Ecuador defeat Germany. That, yeah, that could potentially put Ecuador going through as the fourth place team. So yeah, Ecuador defeat Germany. Germany all are through already, so it doesn't change anything for them. They are first place. Yeah, I don't think Curacao are good enough to defeat Ivory Coast. Draw, maybe. Defeat, no. Japan, Sweden. I think this will end in a draw. That's my upset. Netherlands are through. Japan second, Sweden third. I think these three go through. By these three, I mean I think Sweden, as the third place, will proceed. The upset here is Turkey winning against USA. That's it. I think this ends in a draw. No, it doesn't. Australia defeat Paraguay. Norway, France. I think France beat Norway. Senegal beat Iraq. There's no upsets in this group. The upset would be Norway beating France. So I'm just gonna put that as the upset. No chance. I don't see Iraq beating Senegal. So I'm just gonna put Norway beating France as the upset. But I still think France will win. Upset here, Uruguay defeating Spain. I genuinely have no idea how to predict this game. I would say Saudi Arabia, but Cape Verde have been brilliant, so I genuinely don't know what will happen in this game. I'm gonna say Cape Verde win. I can't though, because this is very tough to predict. I'll just, you know what, Vozinha, let's keep the story going. Cape Verde win, Uruguay win. And that puts Spain third. And that puts Spain third. Group H. Spain, Mexico. Still, I think this will end as a draw. I want to say Cape. You know what? It's one upset per group though, so I already have Uruguay as. I'm gonna say this ends in a draw. I really want Cape Verde to win, but I think it'll be a draw. So yeah, 3 draws for Cape Verde. Uruguay will be my upset. I really want to see Spain, Argentina. I really do. Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, Belgium. Belgium win, Iran win. Can't see Egypt defeating Iran. I can see New Zealand defeating Belgium, funnily enough, because these guys have been. Ugh, forget it. Win for Iran, win for Belgium. Croatia, England. I don't see any upsets here either, to be honest. Ghana are good. They managed to draw against England, but that's more England ghosting. Still, I think Croatia get second place, England get first. Congo, Uzbekistan. I don't know, to be honest. Uh, Uzbekistan. I've predicted too many draws, so I'm just gonna say Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan win. I want to say that Portugal will win because they are the favorites. Screw it. Portugal defeat Colombia. That means Portugal first, Colombia second, Uzbekistan third. Algeria, Austria, Jordan, Argentina. If I'm gonna predict an upset here, it's gonna be Jordan defeating Argentina, simply because they will rotate the squad. They are already first place. They don't need anything, so all 11 will be rotated. So I guess Jordan can get the third points, still finish fourth. This one probably a draw. So my predictions would be Czechia, Bosnia, that's 2, Scotland, that's 3, Sweden, that's 4, Egypt, Belgium, whoever, Group G, doesn't matter who. Group G, that's 5. Group H, that's 6. Group J, that's 7. And Group L. So Ghana, who I think will finish third. Algeria, 2. Cape Verde, because they are currently third. Belgium, because they are currently third. Sweden, Scotland, Bosnia, and Czechia are my 8 third places going through to the playoffs, which means I don't think Paraguay, Ecuador, Senegal, Congo, or Uzbekistan, and Panama make it. Unfortunate, but those are my predictions. How do you feel about the World Cup so far? Have you watched most of the matches? If you've watched any matches that didn't include your country, what do you think were the highlights? What is the moment that you liked? What is the moment that you disliked? And yeah, let me know what are your predictions for the third game week. And let's see if I am right. I genuinely hope Spain finish second, just so we can have this incredible game of Argentina against Spain, and then possibly Portugal against Spain or Argentina. That would be crazy to have such big games so early on. But yeah, this is basically the World Cup. The next time we see each other, it will be when everything is over in the groups and we will see how the draw has proceeded. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Hopefully your country wins the next game and proceeds to the knockouts if they haven't already. And if you didn't make it to the World Cup, by you I mean your country, then I hope whoever you are rooting for goes through and whoever you are hate watching drops out. Have a good one. See you in the next one.